Hi, my name is Ronica Roth, Agile Coach at Rally Software, here today to give you a few tips and tricks to writing good user stories that'll help your delivery team produce real value. Value is the #1 name of the game in Agile software development. We're trying to deliver the highest value items first. So make sure your stories tell a compelling story about the value that we're delivering. For example, a pretty good user story might say, because it's what I expect as a customer, I want the system to be stable. That tells me a little bit about the customer, but even better, because my employees work all hours in multiple time zones around the world, as a customer, I want the system to be stable. Now I've learned a little bit more about what the customer is going to get out of that stability. As an aside, the actual measurement of what does stable mean, nines of availability, would go into the acceptance criteria. A bad example is to say that as the business, to please the customer, I want a stable system. Try to always put yourself into the mind of your customer and the value that the customer will derive. Speaking of who your customer is, another element to help make a good user story is to really focus in on the who and understand who you're writing this functionality for. So I have my teams spend a lot of time creating rich personas that really help us understand who we're delivering for. And so sometimes in a story, you might realize that the same piece of functionality benefits multiple who's, and it's good to get really clear on that. So for example, I want the e-commerce site to suggest where users can buy products in search results. As one who is as a business partner. So as a partner, I want traffic to be driven to my site. Another who is our consumer, our end user, who wants to quickly find retailers who sell what they're looking for. So don't be afraid to have multiple who's. And my last tip is that user stories, just like all requirements, really need to focus on the what and not the how. So as an example of a good story, as a frequent shopper, I want to purchase with one click so I can buy without hassle. That just says what we're looking for without getting into implementation details. The bad example, as a frequent shopper, I want the site to maintain a profile of demographic and payment data, which is invoked whenever I choose an item with the one-click button, so my purchases go faster. I've now told the developers exactly how to build it, and maybe that wasn't the best way. It doesn't leave them options. I can tell when I've gotten into the how or started providing too much detail when I fail the question test. When my team stops asking me questions, I've started putting in too much stuff. So take a little bit back out and have a conversation. Conversation being one of the most valuable parts of a user story. Thank you.